Okay, so I feel that if you are an entrepreneur and you want to grow a business online or offline, either, books are very important when it comes to growing your business, growing your mindset as well, so that you can really be able to grow the business that you absolutely want and love. So on this channel, I'm going to be kind of doing some book reviews of personal books that I have read every single month. And of course, it's May. I want to go ahead and talk about one of the books that I have absolutely loved, and it is called When to Jump by Mike Lewis. So inside of this book, I have highlighted so much in the book because, and I also have this on Audible too. So I listened to it in my car and I actually have read it as well. And I want to encourage you, if you do listen to things on Audible, to actually buy the book too. With it, because I feel that yes, you're listening to things in the car, but it's really different when you're sitting there and reading the book and looking at it and taking action upon what you see instead of what you hear, right? So one of the things that I really want to talk about inside of this book is why it's so important to really jump and why people need to do it and what lessons I have learned from this book. The title of the book is called When to Jump If the Job You Have Isn't the Life You Want. So inside of this book, it's really different stories from different people who have taken that leap of faith to go ahead and do what it is that they want to do, whatever it is that they're passionate about. Because of course, if you are an entrepreneur, the job that you're currently in, if you are in one right now, is not fun. Okay, we don't feel any type of passion from it. You don't really, and you know that this is not your life calling. You really know that. So it's kind of like we are on this fence of, well, do I stay in this job and create consistent income, or do I take the leap of faith and possibly not be able to support my family, possibly not be able to really have the income to do things that I want to do, especially growing a business. So one of the things that I was fortunate enough to do is to have a supportive fiance, and I absolutely love him dearly. And with that, there have been times where I was able to go part-time in my job and truly work on my business, but I wasn't making the income in my business at the time. So I had to go back to working a full-time job. So when you are in that type of position, you're just kind of like, well, how can you become more inspired? Because you see all of these other stories of people, achieving success and all this other things, and you're like, what did you do? How did you start it? What did you do? What are you doing now to get to where you want to go? So inside of this book, there are several different stories from different people who have taken that leap of faith, and you really learn some amazing things about people and what they have done to get to where they want to go. Now, of course, some stories in this book, they have had to go back to their jobs. Some people actually took a jump and said, okay, I'm still coming back to my job because this is what it is, but I'm going to try it again. Every jump is not going to be successful, but as long as you take that leap of faith and jump and do what it is that you're passionate about, everything's going to work out, right? So here's some, I just wrote down some questions. This is kind of like an informal video, but I kind of wrote down some questions to kind of give you some insight as to why I like that. So why did I like it? Just really listening to people taking that jump and really learning that people do have an inkling in their brain or in their feeling or in their system, in their body, to where they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Whatever job they're doing, I don't want to do this anymore. It gets to the point to where you're like, I'm not passionate about this. I was never passionate about it from the beginning. I'm just here for a paycheck, right? So I liked it because you get to see different perspectives of different people's lives. Some people are in corporate, some are not, some are gym owners, some are, bankers, lawyers, whatever, and they're taking the jump to be and do what it is that they want. And that's why I like the book so much, because it's not just your typical entrepreneur, struggle to success struggle to success story to where they're like, oh, I was broke and desperate and didn't have the money, and then all of a sudden, bam, I did it, and it's kind of like, okay, that's really not the true gist of it. Like, I want to know, like, what are the details? What did you go through? What did you struggle with? How did you make it happen? And that's where, when you learn to jump, like, people take this jump and they go to do successful things in their lives. So I like that book from that aspect, because it really does let you know, like, You're not the only one feeling this way. This is how people were able to become successful, because they took that leap of faith and jumped and just kind of was like, I'm going to do it, right? And it just happens. So number 2, what's the benefit of this book? If you are a person who is really one of those type of people, they're like, you know what? I just have this feeling and I just have to act upon it. Do so. And I feel like by the end of this book, if you read it or listen to it multiple times, by the end of this book, you're going to sit there and say, okay, whatever it is that I'm currently doing, I don't want to do this no more. Because if you have that passion, you're just like, I just really need to get myself out there. I just really need to get myself out there. By the end of this book, you're going to be like, okay, how can I get myself out there? What do I need to do? What are the steps that I need to take? So I absolutely, when I tell you I love this book, I really love this book. And I'm about to read it again just to kind of get some more clarity from it, because there may be things that I have not, that I did not catch, you know. That's why I love reading books like 2 or 3 times each time, because there may be something that I did not catch from it. So that's what I like of it. What's the purpose is to really inspire you and motivate you to really take action upon things that you want to do. That's the purpose of it. If you are like, okay, you know, I have a family and I want to do this, or if you're a person like me who has no children, it's kind of like, okay, what can we do right now until I become a parent? What type of jump can I take? Because it's not really going to affect other people who are depending on me. It's kind of like, okay, let me just do it and see what happens. So it just really kind of inspires you to really take action upon things that you want to do. And the last question, how can it help you? How can it help others? It opens your mind to see the possibilities of what can truly happen once you take the jump to do what you want to do. I have seen so many people take that jump, myself included, when I took the jump back in February. On February 4th, it was the day after the Super Bowl, and I said, okay, here's the situation. So I have a $37 product. This $37 product, as of today, May 2nd, of me recording this video, has made me $10,800. So I created this course and I said, you know what, I'm gonna create this course. I want to create the course because I had so many women asking me, well, how do I get started on YouTube? I don't know. What do I need to have? What are the equipments? You know, all this other stuff, all these questions. And I said, you know what, let me put it together in a course for you. So yeah, you can learn like, hey, it's possible to get started. I'm going to show you how. And I honestly did not have the money. I just took the money from my job. I said, okay, I have $200 to spend on Facebook ads. This is what we're going to do. You know, and if I don't have that money and if I don't have that income at the end of this month to replace that $200, okay, that was it. And I just said, I'm just going to do it. And I've taken knowledge, of course, from different courses that I have learned to create the Facebook ads, to create the images and things like that. And I just went for it. And now here we are almost 3 months later, and that one course has made over $10,000, almost $11,000. So it's kind of like you just have to take the jump and just have that feeling, because that's what I had. And it really, truly amazes me, like how many women I have helped in the last 3 months. And it's like my business has made income finally, right? So it's really something that you have to learn and think, okay, how can I make this jump? How can I do it to where it's going to help me become more successful in my life, in my business, so that I can inspire other people to do the same? So I do not have any affiliate links for this book. You are purchasing this book. I'm not getting paid for it. If you really want it, there is no credit coming to me. This is just a video that I'm going to do every single month on a book that I love, absolutely love, that I have read, and I feel like you as an entrepreneur, if you're on this channel, can benefit from. So you can find this on Amazon. I actually bought this copy at Barnes & Noble, my favorite bookstore in the world. So When to Jump, If the Job You Have Isn't the Life You Want, by Mike Lewis. You can also find it on Audible as a audio book. I listen to it in my car just about every month, just to kind of give me some inspiration. So yeah, that's really it. And I really wanted to, you know, keep this video as short as possible, but still giving you the benefit of why I absolutely love this book. So this is it. And if you absolutely love this video, just let me know in the comments what you feel like you are going to get away from this and why you are ready to take the jump inside of your business. So I will see you next month with another book review. Bye for now.